So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about data journalism, and you may not have heard of that before, but basically I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how journalists gather and use data that they then share with the public, so it's stuff that you guys are reading hopefully on a regular basis. And I just want to emphasize that as journalists, we don't have more rights to public information than the general public. We don't have any additional rights, so you can get all the same stuff that we get too. He already kind of introduced me, I guess, so I'm a data and projects reporter at the Eagle. Pretty new to that position. So what is data journalism? It's a more scientific way to share information. Hopefully you're Star Trek fans. Traditionally, journalism is he said, she said, and what we do is look for ways to quantify information and find trends that we can then easily share with the public. So how does that work? So all of my stories have some elements of underlying data, whether you see it in the actual story or not, which is quantitative data. In social sciences, you learn that it's good to combine qualitative and quantitative data to find the truth. And so that's what I try to do, add context. Here are some examples of data journalism. Jon Snow helped use maps of water sources in cholera to find out that it was waterborne. You've heard of the NSA files, and hopefully you've seen Spotlight, and if you haven't, you should. Basically, what I try to do is gather that sweet, sweet data, and you have to ask for it from officials, which isn't always easy. It's one of the most time-consuming parts of my job is trying to negotiate for data. So I'm going to tell you a few tools that you can use yourself for gathering data more quickly and effectively. So this is my little friend Cora, just kidding. Cora is the Kansas Open Records Act, and what it means is that an agency is legally obligated to provide you information that's public within 3 business days, which is pretty great. This isn't the data you're looking for. You need to talk to people before you do a formal Cora request, what they have available and what they have in what format, and ask them what format it's in before you just do a formal request. So negotiating for data. You want to give a time frame for your data, usually going back at least 3 years, otherwise that data sucks. I work in the media, so I ask for fees to be waived in the interest of the public. The most important thing is to follow up on your request. Don't let them say no. Be specific, mention Cora in your request so they know that you mean business, and if they don't, if they try to ask why you're doing this, say, it's public, so fork it over. It doesn't matter why I'm asking for it. So I've had some pretty ridiculous excuses. It's too hard for us to get this data for you. We don't know what you want to do with this information, and I'm not even kidding. This could unleash a horde of dog burglars across the city of Wichita. We can't give it to you, which is bullshit because they gave it to me for $36. So you want to hit it with your best shot. When they give you excuses, ask for itemized bills. When they give you a lame excuse, ask for a specific exemption to the law. And when they don't respond within 3 days, give them a letter saying, you're not in compliance. So you're feeling pretty proud, you've gotten your data, what do you do now? That's just the beginning. You have to find people to talk to, you have to put it into context. So is there a motive behind this data? Who gathered it? Now you need to talk to the players that are involved. So what a bunch of data tools. So for this job, it really does help to have Microsoft Excel and Access. Otherwise, you're going to be repeating a lot of tasks over and over. And if you know SQL, that's even greater. My personal favorite thing to do is to use Google Refine to clean that data. And you need to clean that dirty, dirty data. Because sometimes you're going to get stuff that has names spelled 5 different ways, and you're not going to be able to see the truth until you clean it up and know, hey, that's not 5 separate landlords with the most housing code violations. That's all one guy, and it's spelled differently. So you want to analyze that data, and some of the basic things you can do is filter, basic filters, ascending, descending order. I keep a data diary that lists all the questions I want to know from my data set, and then I use that, and I write down the method I used as well. Keep track of your methodology is basically my point. So let's talk about it. Who are the experts? Who are the people I need to talk to? Who are the people who are most represented by this data? I don't need to be talking to like the mayor about every single story. I need to be talking to the people who are most effective. So give your data a lift. Sometimes you're going to need to find the trends over time, and you need to find the best way to boil it down for the public. So that's going to be charts, graphs, visualizations, interactives, cool stuff like that that keeps people entertained. Data kicks ass. So it helps legitimize trend stories. It adds credibility to your reporting. It shows there's more than just what a local politician says. And it can help reduce the echo chamber of information we hear from officials and help us find the real people behind the numbers. So thanks for listening. If you have a story idea, let me know. And if even better, file a record request.